This is how a simpler device like this ended up giving me a little life lesson I can take along with me and know that whenever I'm faced with a challenge, I just have to think, is there a creative solution to this? So my Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone is one of my most treasured devices when it comes to my gear in my video recording kit. I like the fact that I can just plug it into my phone or into my camera, as it could be now, and then I can go even further distance away and know that it's still recording and I'm not encumbered by wires or having to trip over wires or anything like that. However, the wire it comes with in the packaging doesn't quite work well for my mobile setup. Sometimes I just want to plug and play and my mobile device only has a USB-C port, so I'd need to plug into USB-C. However, the wire that comes with it is USB-C to USB-A, which poses a challenge because on the one hand, I need the USB-C side for the microphone, and on the other hand, I need a USB-C side for my phone, so that wire wouldn't work. Now, the other issue with that wire was that it's actually quite long, and that means it spoils the seamless experience that I normally get of being able to, move without wires and just have everything in fixed position. So I just kept thinking, I need a solution to this. It's really annoying me. And so I searched online for USB-C cables that were shorter, but all the wires I saw were still sort of dangly, and I thought, you know what? Actually, maybe what I need is not just a shorter wire. I need something that's literally a fixed position, fixed in size, I mean. Now, I'd seen other lower budget microphones, so wireless microphones, that basically had a system where you just plugged it straight into your phone, and it was just via this small connector. So I then thought to myself, maybe I could get some sort of connector that's a USB-C to USB-C, and it's male on both ends, and I can just plug it straight into my phone and plug the other end into the microphone, and it would record smoothly. That was my thinking, but I then thought, how do I find it? I kept searching for USB-C wires or shortest USB-C wires, and I still wasn't getting what I was looking for until I came across a product called a USB-C to USB-C coupler, and I was like, boom, that's what I'm looking for. And so I bought it, and that ended up being this tiny little nifty device right here. Now, this device means that I can just literally plug my microphone to my phone just like this. So plug this in here and then get my phone and simply plug it in here just like that. There we go. And now I have a wireless setup that I can go. I can move this and I don't have it, swinging from left to right when I'm on up and about, So it just solved a great problem for me. Now, you might think, okay, you're getting pretty excited for literally a tiny piece of gear. Well, it's not just that. It actually taught me a bigger philosophy, which is that sometimes when you encounter problems, you have to realize that there is a solution, only that it may not be an easy solution to get to immediately. It may be that you have to go through a few iterations, but there will be a solution, and sometimes the solution is somewhat creative. Let me give you another example. So when elevators were first created, they were these metal boxes people got into, and then it slowly took them on an ascent to the top floor or whatever floor they were going to. Now, people complained massively about the fact that it just felt very claustrophobic. I mean, I can imagine it's not going to be your most exciting time traveling in a metal box for a very long time. People kept complaining about how long it took. They didn't like the environment, that sort of thing. But then somebody came up with the genius idea of putting mirrors. So putting mirrors in this metal box. Now, all of a sudden, it was no longer a metal box to be endured. It ended up being an oasis to, look at yourself, admire yourself, think, okay, what do I need to freshen up here or change here? And before you knew it, the level of complaints actually went down because people started looking forward to actually being in the elevator and being able to adjust and look at themselves, sometimes admire themselves whilst in the elevator. And so the elevator ride didn't feel as long as it did before. Now, that's a creative solution. It didn't necessarily make the elevators faster, although I think with time, elevators did become faster. But what it did is that it changed people's perspective and perception of the situation such that it wasn't as problematic as they had seen it before. Again, that's thinking creatively to solve a problem. So sometimes I found when you find that you are in a situation where you don't know the solution to something, maybe take a step back, maybe borrow ideas from different domains and think, is there a creative way I can solve this problem? This is how a simpler device like this ended up giving me a little life lesson I can take along with me and know that whenever I'm faced with a challenge, I just have to think, is there a creative solution to this? Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button and check out this other video over here, which will be of interest to you. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.